I, Mac. Imagine, if you will. Dear Eric, got the keys to your apartment and received operating instructions for the cat. Turn the tail 3 times left, twice to the right, and got shown where everything is. You forgot to tell me that I'm supposed to feed it too. Apparently there's a universal remote somewhere as well, and that should come in handy. See you soon, Mac. Eric Hawthorne put down the note as he finished reading it. He was a little miffed. Currently sitting in the middle of his apartment, apparently, on a couch, his couch, feeling slightly puzzled. A cat came in silently and froze as it saw him. It stood there eyeing him with its glowing green eyes. What did he mean, operating instructions? How on Mars did one operate a cat? It blinked at him and mewed softly. Turned the tail 3 times to the right and twice to the left. If he had to try that, cranking the tabby's tail, well, he had a pretty good idea the cat would object. Probably end up needing first aid for one thing. What was it, some kind of safe combination? And what the blazes was the universal remote for? The cat, perhaps? And where was the idiot who wrote the note? Mac. Mac who? He didn't know anybody called Mac. He thought about that a minute more. Then again, everybody everywhere knows at least one person called Mac. Mac Tavish, or Donald, or Farland, or Mac something or other. The Mac he knew was a chubby middle-aged balding man who tended to smell of cheese mostly, sometimes onions. That Mac was an insurance salesman who worked for New Mutual ISU on Io Station. Like most people who worked there for any length of time, he had a pale complexion scornfully referred to by people who lived on atmospheric planets as a moon tan. And he was sure it wasn't that Mac specifically. That Mac was on Io Station. Well, he was when Eric left there 2 days ago. Eric had arrived back from the spaceport that morning after receiving the strange note in his email while on a business trip to Io Station. And now he was back here, wondering what it was all about. For one thing, he wondered where the damned cat had come from. He never had a cat before. At least he didn't when he left 4 weeks earlier. Cats didn't materialize out of thin air, did they? At least he considered, rather worried, not without the assistance of some kind of teleportation device. Did it come with this Mac? No, he thought. Mac had received, operating instructions for it. But who from? And where the hell was Mac now? The creature rubbed up his leg and purred as he absent-mindedly began scratching it behind its ears. What the blazes was he talking about? Where everything is? What everything? And why was it written with a capital E? Who the Edgar Allan Poe gave him the key to his apartment and showed him where this everything was? And gave him, operating instructions for the, cat. The apartment was not the way Eric had left it. It looked like it had been lived in while he'd been away. It had a smell in it he didn't recognize, and at first he gave the cat a few suspicious glances. But soon it seemed to him it was some kind of perfume. Aftershave, maybe. He reached down and picked the cat up. It was vibrating as it purred. He turned it upside down and around and over and over. It just sort of sprawled as he did so, looking at him in the same superior way cats regard everything lower than them, i.e., everything else. It was a cat, all right. At least it seemed to be. It was shedding all over his favorite sweater as if trying very hard to convince him that it was. What the hell, he thought. What did he have to lose? It wasn't his cat anyway. He set it up on his lap on all fours, holding it steady with his left hand, and grasped the tail with his right. The cat just stood there, giving him a disdainful sort of look as he began cranking its tail. Okay. 3 times to the left, 2 times to the right. The cat meowed. And that was all.